Back to DNA Customs. Finally time for another episode. It's been probably close to a year since I posted the last one. I was doing the classic auto air install on the 68 Coronet. And I know what you guys are thinking. It's been over a year. I'm not very good at doing videos. And you're right. I'm not. But hear me out. There's a reason for that. I took on much more than I thought I was going to end up doing that year. I ended up switching EFI systems. I went from the Super Sniper to the Terminator X Max. I rewired the whole car, Dakota digital gauges, AC install, just a bunch of stuff. So, I don't know, my time management is terrible. But between like all the placements of the cameras, trying to get good angles, retakes, it wasn't happening. Like, it was cutting into my time. My time was running out, and I just had to get it done. Unfortunately, I didn't get to drive her a whole lot over the summer anyways, because I was busy building a new garage. So I actually have her on my property, so it's easier to make videos and just do that stuff. Something else I'm going to do is I'm not going to go through and spend a ton of time editing. So if I screw it up, laugh at me. It is what it is. You know, nobody's perfect. We're going to make mistakes. So at this point, I'm going to go over where she's at now, give you an update, just kind of walk through everything that's been done and what I'm still in the progress of doing, because I'm still doing work on her right now. So let me turn this camera around. We'll get a look at the engine bay, start from there. As soon as I figure out how to turn this camera around. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So I had to stop recording and turn this thing around and then start recording again. So it is what it is. So this is where she's at now. I got the Edelbrock multi-port fuel injection intake. As I said, everything's being ran by Holley. So I will start with just this back corner where all the AC stuff is. This right here is the oxygen sensor cable. I'm still going to shorten that up. I went through and I shortened up the harness for the EFI. I had it looped around under the dash, didn't like it, so that's something I did this year. So here is the AC lines. Here's the AC and the heater now down there. Last time I was cutting out a template and all that stuff. I don't know if you can see it very well. Get my hand out of the way, maybe you can focus. Or not. That right there, after I put the hoses through, I wanted to make it look all nice and somewhat professional. So I found those aluminum things on eBay, I believe. There's two different ones? Yeah, two different ones. There's one there, and then I have the second style way back there where I feed the wire harness through for the fuel injection. So, that being said, we're going to go through and custom bracket I made for mounting the lines. This is the heater controller for the classic auto air. I believe that's an evaporator. And then I got the condenser installed up front. I got that fed through right down there. Not happy with that. I'm going to do something with that eventually, but it is what it is right now. I went through, I shortened all the harnesses, as I said. I did have my intake air temp here, but the little time I did drive it around last year, I felt like it got heat soaked a lot and I wasn't getting an accurate temperature. So what I did is I got a different one and I put it on the cold air intake up here. So now it's actually getting, you know, the reading directly from here to that, and you're not getting heat soak off the intake. Let's see. Oh yeah, I did the serpentine belt drive also, which you can't see because this thing is all up in the way. That actually went pretty good. That was from March Performance. No real complaints over that. The AC is hidden all the way down there. I got the, I forget what model it is. I can look it up if you guys need me to. It's a newer one. That's all I know. I had to get a different alternator for the March Performance Serpentine setup. But yeah, all in all, I mean, it actually went fairly well. Just a standard off-the-shelf power steering pump, which I actually had to rebuild shortly right after I put it on because I got so excited to start the engine I forgot to put fluid in it. So I burned that up and then I had to rebuild it, so there's always that. As far as the wiring goes, I got a distribution block for the positive and negative. That way you don't have a ton of wires coming off of the post. One wire going over feed and everything, and then, you know, various lines going wherever they need to go. Relay box. This relay box, it was negative activated. But the way they have it set up, I don't know if I can get this cover off. The way they have it set up is they have one ground wire jumping from like the first one, then they have short jumps going to each one of these. So 3 of them I left as ground. Yeah, and then the other 3 I converted those over to positive activated. So I just snipped that wire between these 2. Capped it off, and then when it came to this one, I just hooked a positive wire to it. So these 3, I believe, are the positive. These are the negative. They run high beams, low beams, horn, and then fan 1, fan 2, and then an auxiliary if I ever need something later. So we'll go jump in the car. Don't mind the mess. That's okay. So I ended up adding, if it'll focus. Okay. So I added the Dakota digital gauges. Those are very, very nice. I like those. I actually have a fuel gauge that works. Actually, I have all my gauges that work. I didn't have any before. Fuel gauge, kind of. It was sketchy, though. Added a big touchscreen stereo to her. I didn't get the integrated GPS, but I got the ones that I can connect to Google Maps because all the people that post the speed traps, thank you very much. Anybody that owns a Cornet or knows somebody that has a 68 or is even familiar with it knows that this ran straight across to this piece here. Because of the bigger radio, I had to modify that, so we cut an angle on it, put the caps on it, got it looking the best we can. This is the Classic Auto Air control install. This is the main reason I wanted to go with Classic Auto Air, is because it actually goes up in the factory location. So that's nice, I like that. Got buttons here. These are for my halo lights, and then emergency brake, because I don't have it hooked up on the floor. So in order to hook up Bluetooth or anything to the stereo, you have to have this engaged. And then I also have one for the backup camera, and then I also have one for something for later use. If I need to add something, I just put it there. Radio interface for my wife, because, she picks the music. Now, as far as the wiring goes, I don't know, I recall showing you briefly. But this is the new wiring. That's the control for the Dakota digital gauges. New fuse box. Auxiliary fuse box for, the high load things like headlights, the EFI. I got other stuff up top, but I don't know if you're going to be able to see it because it's dark. I need to get a flashlight here. Maybe. Yeah, not so much. But anyways, there's other stuff up there too. That is for that's for the Dakota digital. There's the Classic Auto Air controls over there. And then over there in the corner, I just shoved my reverse lockout for the transmission. Got one vent there, and then other than that, I don't have the third one, you actually have 3 options, but I don't have enough spot to put all of them. Oh. And I also did, oh, you bastard. Never mind. There we go. So I also did a carbon fiber inlay on the dash. I did that because this one was all cracked up, and this actually matches the color pretty close. Like which I don't have, but if I had the old one, it actually looks like carbon fiber, but it's plastic. So I actually made one out of carbon fiber. I'm really happy with how that turned out. Same with over here, this little corner piece. I made that out of carbon fiber just so it matches everything. What else? What else? Oh. Let me plug this in. I also added interior lights for the driver, passenger, and even the back seat. You can kind of see them under there. Front and back seats are out of a 2011 Challenger, I believe. Same with back seats. Custom made door panels for the back because they were a little bit narrower. These are just rolled up fleece blankets, so if we're out somewhere we want to lay down or go to the beach or whatnot, we have these. The back seat does flip down, but I'm not going to do that. You just have to take my word for it. What else? I guess that's about it for now. Let me flip this camera around again. Alright, there we go. So, that's a quick update where I'm at. I am fighting a little bit of an AFR thing. It might just be in my head, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being overly picky. But, I do have an upcoming project I'm pretty excited about. I'm going to go over that in the next video here pretty quick. Now that I have a garage here and I can actually get some stuff done, I'm going to possibly see about putting out a video like every week, every 2 weeks. We're going to see how things go. Some videos might not be very long, some might be longer than others. I don't know. I'm going to play it by ear as we go. But this next project I'm actually pretty excited about. But until then, like, subscribe if you want to see what's going on. Until then, I will see you. Actually, I take that back. You will see me. I can't see you on video. No.